Alrighty, Pisces, how are you? Last but not least, we are here to get this done. Okay, let's see. So, my name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for Monday, September 1st through Thursday, September 4th. I'll be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings to get you through your weekend. We're just going to pull cards, see what Spirit wants to bring up or talk about, and that's the whole deal, okay? So this one is going to be for my Pisces. There we go. Okay. This one's for Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. There we go. All right, here we go. We're starting with upside down. Everybody's upside down. Okay, we're going to start with the Ace of Cups, but right side up. Okay. Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups. Well, that's pleasant. There you go. And then we've got the Six of Wands. This is your backstory or your recent past. Currently, I have you with the Moon, followed by the Two of Swords. And then I've got the Page of Cups. In the near future, I actually have the Queen of Pentacles, the Star card, and the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck for this reading is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with reciprocity in general, or the lack thereof, right? Equal give and take. Okay, so that's what we have on the undercurrent here. The card at the center of your read is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is all about a decision that needs to be made that you don't want to make, okay? You don't want to make it because you don't feel like you have all of the information, or there's too much uncertainty surrounding it. I don't know. But for some reason, you're not wanting to make this decision that's in the center. Let's see how they play in as we go. We're going to start with the recent past, where I have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and in the challenge position, I have the Six of Wands. What this tells me is you have come into a divine union in the recent past, okay? It was like a new opportunity in love, okay? And the challenge here is that you don't feel as though, whoever this person is, for whatever reason, you don't feel as though this is going to be accepted by your friends and family, okay, or people around you. You're very worried about what other people are going to think of this union. For some of you, this is a reconciliation with somebody who they already don't like, right? Somebody you've already been with before, you've gone back to them, you know they don't like them, so that's the issue. For others of you, this is just, some of you, this is like somebody that maybe comes from a different ethnic background or a different religious background. Maybe they've been in trouble. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but there's something here. So that this seems ideal. I mean, you two are like two peas in a pod. Everything's great, right? But there's the challenge here is that you are feeling either that they're not going to be accepted by your friends and family, or vice versa, maybe both ways. But there's a huge issue here with worrying about what other people are going to think of this union, okay? That's what we have in the recent past. Now, we can't change that. It's already happened, but that's what I see there. So currently, where are we at? Well, now we have the Moon, the Two of Swords, and the challenge position is the Page of Cups. Okay, the Moon would tell me that you're not seeing things clearly when it comes to this dynamic, period. You're just not. You're not seeing all the facts clearly. You're not seeing the situation clearly. Okay, Two of Swords is about a decision you need to make. No doubt it's about this relationship and you don't want to make it. Okay, with the Page of Cups on the end, I get the feeling that the challenge here is you being a little bit delulu, right? A little bit in the fantasy land or something. You're having a hard time understanding the reality of everything, kind of. Like, you're trying to run from reality is what you're trying to do. You know, it's like as long as you two are in the bubble, everything's great. So maybe we can just not tell anybody. Maybe we can just hide. Maybe we can do this forever. It's like you're not being realistic, okay? Nor are you being fair, really, to yourself or the situation is the reality. So that's the challenge. The challenge is trying to get you to be grounded and realistic. If this is the relationship you want, then to hell with what people think, you know, but it's harder for you to do that. Anyways, that's where you're at right now, okay? You're not making a decision you need to make. You're not necessarily seeing everything clearly. And then the challenge here is that you've kind of got like a fantasy mentality going on right now where you're not being realistic. Okay? All right. Six of Pentacles still being about reciprocity. So I don't know if you're not seeing that there is a lack of reciprocity within the dynamic that you have with this divine union. Maybe. Or is it that for you to, or is it that with the people you're afraid of what they're going to think of you, is that something that you have formed for yourself, meaning that are you that way towards them? Are you judgmental towards who they date? Is that why they're going to come back at you that way? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's still an equal give and take. You have to put into situations what you want to get out. So to expect open-mindedness out of others, you would have to be open-minded as well, kind of. To not have people gossip about you would probably mean you'd have to not gossip about people. It's something along those lines. Okay, what do we have in the near future? I've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Star. In the challenge position, I have the Five of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, obviously that is who you are presenting as here. So you are nurturing, you're abundant, you're stable, you're, you know, all those things. I don't know if you're very grounded, because maybe in the near future you are. Currently, I don't think you are. Maybe in the near future, okay? The next card over is the Star card. This is you holding on to hope and faith that you're going to be able to make this somehow magically come together and work out the way you want it to. There you go. That's the right way to be, right? I mean, that's what you have to do. It's pushing positive out into the world so you can get positive back. The challenge here is the Five of Swords. So there is some kind of conflict that's brewing around this dynamic. I don't know exactly what that's about, but that is what you've got here. A conflict. Maybe this causes the two of you to fight. Is that what's happening because of the stress of it all? I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So over here I had the Six of Pentacles. This was about, like I told you, equal give and take. Three of Swords. That's heartbreak. Knight of Cups. Trying to save the day. You cannot please everybody, Pisces. You cannot do it, okay? It's not going to happen. Not today, not yesterday, not next year. It's not going to happen. You have to prioritize and pick which people are the most important to please and then have it go on a scale from there down, okay? So if this person is really a divine union and you guys are getting along great and everything's going swimmingly, then that is what's important. And whoever it is that's got something to say about it has to fall way further down on the list. It's just the way it goes, right? You have to prioritize. You cannot please everybody, because it looks like you try to please everybody, and in doing so you end up pleasing nobody, is what looks like happens over here, okay? You end up heartbroken because when you try to please everybody, then somehow you end up disrespecting either the person or the situation that you have that's trying to grow right here, right? In lieu of making somebody happy that's never going to be happy anyways, whoever these people are that have something to say. Just food for thought on that one too. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Give me three more. I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a karmic cycle that you could easily step into here if you keep trying to people please these people that don't really matter to your situation in the long run as far as what you're trying to build here. Because there's a total breakdown in effective communication, meaning you're talking, but they're not getting what you're saying, okay, these people. And then you'll end up, that'll backfire into the other person, right? Okay, let's see. What do you got on Monday? Monday, you've got the Chariot, forward motion, and justice. This particular union coming towards you is like a gift for unjust things that have been done to you in the past, okay? Tuesday, you've got the High Priestess and the Five of Wands. This is about you being very conflicted about some kind of secret that you've got. That's what I see on Tuesday. Wednesday, I have the Three of Wands and the Seven of Cups. This is you looking towards your future. You have a ton of options as far as people, places, things, everything goes. You have a lot of options. You're definitely on the upside right now. You know, if it's a cycle, a circle, you're on the upside right now. Things are going your way. So you're looking towards your future, deciding on a plan. Thursday, I have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This is a solid offer. This is a solid situation that you've stepped into here. But you could definitely screw it up without trying real hard. I mean, if you let other people control what is important to you, then people will screw it up for you just because if they're not happy, why should you be? I don't know. That's how I feel. People are messed up. Okay, Pisces, you really got to sit down for a minute and make a physical list. Where do people fall on this list? You know, who's most important, who's next, who's next, who's next. And then if you have to, keep the list with you. And when you're not sure, pull it out so you can make sure that you know who it is that you have to worry about first, second, and third. Okay? Because you're letting other people get way up in the ranks that shouldn't be, I think. Okay? All right. There you go. I hope this somehow helps you. It looks like you're onto something good, so don't sabotage it. All right. Thank you.